Buenos días, mi gente. I don't normally post any videos on my page. Just personal choice. I'm not here to be famous or anything like that. But I feel after the events of yesterday that it's important for me to say something. As many of you know, I live in Colorado, but yo soy puertorriqueño. And after the events, the election in both Puerto Rico and the election here, I need to say that I'm both saddened and ashamed. Saddened because I'm seeing both where I live and my true home, Puerto Rico, Boriquén, be taken over by corrupt bureaucrats. I served in the military shortly after 9/11, and both countries I don't recognize anymore. So I wanted to talk about it. Right now, everybody, everybody on the island, everybody here, estamos de luto. We're in mourning because of the fact that it almost seems like, due to fear, due to people who don't really think about the consequences of even a vote, they don't realize what they're doing. In Puerto Rico, I backed Juan Dalmau, even though I couldn't vote for the governor out there because I live in Colorado. But I backed him because he was a necessary change. And though what he was able to do and what El Pueblo, the people of Puerto Rico, were able to do was astounding in itself, it was a triumph, as he said in his concession speech yesterday. But the problem is, the people are getting the same thing that they've been getting for decades, and actually centuries if we want to really go in deep into the history. Corrupt people, people who don't care about the and people on the island. It's a big reason why so many are leaving. If it was up to me, I'd be back home. That is my home. I might reside in Colorado, but Puerto Rico is my home. But I'm also an American. I'm a U.S. citizen. With the election going to Jennifer Gonzalez, who was the resident commissioner to Washington, more of the same is going to happen. Funds are going to go missing, and the blame's going to be squarely on the people. It's why there's a $72 billion debt, because the government out there decided they had to fill their pockets and their families' pockets and their friends' pockets. And it's been going on for years, for decades. But there's hope there, because los puertorriqueños estamos cansados. Estamos cansados de la mierda que están haciendo los gobernantes. We're tired of the bullshit that the government's doing out there. And it's the same here. You know, the fact that Trump won, it's a very scary time for all Latinos, all trans, all LGBTQ. And we could only hope that the promises that he made for all the other people that aren't us don't come to fruition. And we got to hope that both Congress and the Senate, though the Senate is run by the GOP, that they have a backbone. But we're all in mourning because it seems like both our homes are being taken over. What we as Americans, as Latinos, as Boricuas need to do is hold on to that hope that both Juan Dalmau and Kamala Harris offered. Yes, it's going to be an uphill battle. Yes, we're going to be angry, depressed, sad. But ultimately, we can overcome it. Puerto Rico puede ser libre de la corrupción. The U.S. can be free from all of the tyrannical aspects of this new administration. But just like we were able to live the first term that Trump was in office, and we came out, and in a way, we came out stronger. I feel that that's what's going to happen again. Sometimes challenges will be presented to us. Just because El PNP won the election, just because Trump, I don't even want to call him a Republican because I know a lot of Republicans that are awesome people, even people in the government that are thinking about the people. But just because they made it into office doesn't mean that the fight ends. The thing with us Puerto Ricans and us Latinos is that we have the fighting spirit of our ancestors. For me, son los taínos. And for many, just because there seems like there's no hope on the horizon, there's hope. Because as long as we have that fighting spirit and that want for real positive change, we'll get it. And yeah, right now I'm ashamed. I'm sad. Pero hay luz al final del camino. There's light at the end of the tunnel. So just look at that light and we can overcome this. I love you guys and I hope that you take this message to heart. Hasta luego, mi pa.